Well, good day, viewers, and welcome to today's Sports Rep Show. I'm your host, Brian Munango, unpacking and updating you with the latest sports news. Well, with that being said, let's get into our special segment, the Soccer Joe.
We've always had the bravery to stand up for what is Namibian, from protecting our homes to fighting injustices. We still celebrate what it means to us and raise a glass to those who show their bravery. No matter how they take on the world, with all this potential in the land of the brave, what will you do to make this Namibia your Namibia?
Well, we do have an update from Ivory Coast where Brave Warriors former captain speaks to the organization of the Total African Cup of Nations tournament happening in Ivory Coast. Invited as a guest representing the legends, Kechichere has lauded that infrastructure and introduction of the video assistant referee is a good addition to the tournament. With that being said, enjoy the interview.
Yes, good day viewers. Sport Rep is here. That is in Korogo. It's one of the towns or cities that are hosting the 2023 Africa Cup of Nations. I'm joined here by a Brave Warriors legend by the name of Ronald Sticker Keshiere. Of course, a former captain, somebody that has played the Africa Cup of Nations before. He is indeed invited to be here and just to chat to some of the people here. So, Ronald, welcome.
Yes, it's a pleasure to be here. Thanks for having me.
Yes, as a legend of the game, strange how years just flow by, and you are here right now being classified as one of the legends, and rightly so indeed. What have you made of the tournament?
I think a very good and competitive tournament. Previously we had the so-called African giants, the likes of Ghana, Cameroon, Egypt, Tunisia. But I think the gap, the so-called smaller countries have closed that gap. And it is evident even from our own Brave Warriors. They have come of age now. They are playing beautiful football. They just got their first victory. You look at a country like Cape Verde, one of the forces to be reckoned with at this tournament as well. They are doing well. I think the only African giant now that one can actually take cognizance of is Senegal. I think they are the current champions. I think they are still showing that they have what it takes to win this tournament. But besides that, I think very competitive tournament. I mean the margins are not that huge again. That huge match when you look in terms of the goals scored, close scores, either 1-0, 2-0, 2-1, 3-1. So I think all the countries have prepared well, and they are here to represent their nations with pride.
Yes, in terms of, you played in the 2019 Africa Cup of Nations. It was indeed in a different country. We are now, that is in the Ivory Coast. In terms of infrastructure of the stadiums, the quality of the stadiums, what have you made of that?
I think CAF has got their own standards, and I think the facilities or the infrastructures are top quality, of the highest standards, and it let football being played on carpets. All the stadiums we have seen, we are not seeing any potholes. I think so. CAF have maintained that standards wherever this tournament is being hosted. They ensure that the standard is maintained, and I think bravo to CAF for having done this, organized a tournament of this magnitude, and having maintained their standards in terms of infrastructures.
Yes, we are witnessing VAR here at this tournament. Something probably new to a lot of Africans, are probably new to this tournament. But how have you made of the decisions in terms of officiating and the VAR? Is it going well?
I think it is going well, because the fact that the referee is given a second chance to either confirm or not confirm his decision. So, of course, at first sight, the referee might have seen that it's a penalty, and when he goes and review the footages, then there might have not been handball or a conduct that they have seen at first sight, which is, I think, very fair for both teams. Nobody is taking advantage of any other team. Especially yesterday, there was an offside incident. I can't remember which team scored, but then they went, they reviewed, it was overruled, not confirmed, which is fair for a team that had at least considered a goal under those circumstances. So I think VAR should be introduced everywhere and should be a standard thing because it's fair play. That's what we want in football.
Yes, one last question. As a former footballer, being at such a tournament, the need or the edge just to be on that field, I'm sure it must be there.
Of course, no. Look, I had my playing days, no regrets at all. And of course, as you know, I was called up to be part of this team, but due to injuries and work commitment, I did not make it. I didn't honor those call-ups, but of course, I've been there, I've played, and I think it's time for these youngsters to shine. They came, they are doing well. So there is no hard feeling as far as that is concerned. I think I'm enjoying the view from where I'm seated.
Where you are seated. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. That was the former Brave Warriors captain, Ronald Stika Keshiere, just discussing. He's a legend of the game and he is here in Koroko. Back to the studio.
Well, as we all know, tomorrow is the big day for Namibia in the AFCON competition. With that being said, let's take a look at the teams that can still qualify. Well, 4 slots are open for best third place finishes in the group. As you can see, so far Namibia are in second place. That means they stand a good chance of qualifying for the round of 16s. Out of the 6 teams, only 4 are allowed to qualify, which makes up the round of 16. Staying with the AFCON 23, Colin Benjamin chats to the media regarding the game against Mali. With that being said, let's have a look.
Yeah, thank you so much. It's a very important game, very important game. If you look at what's happening now at the AFCON, it's so exciting. It's probably like we all anticipated it to be the most exciting AFCON that we had. What's making this one so important is that it's a game that we have to play against a very good team, good structure, good organization. And the good thing about it is that we have a chance to go to the next round and write history for our country. With that said, we're really looking forward to this game.
You're actually proud of the guys, man. Because no football for how many years, but they still come here and give their all. It's a mindset, a discipline inside them, which whatever circumstances happens, their eyes are fixed on the ball. And for me, I can only say I'm proud because even the coach himself, he's the one that keeps them busy when there were no football and when there were no clubs playing, but they always came together and do something. But all I can say is I'm proud of them and I'll still stay proud of them. Doesn't matter what happens or how far we go or what. All I can say is I'm a proud captain to the coach, to the players, because not everyone can have that mindset of not having football but still keep in shape. So yeah.
Resilience, like Peter just said before now, this is a team that has come together for a long time. It's a team that made history in our country by being the first team that went, or a bunch of players that went to the AFCON twice. So there's unity, there's resilience, there's hunger. They want to make, rewrite or even extend this history that they just did. So that is our strength, and obviously energy, speed. Because some of them are thinking like, "Hey, what a stage! We're looking forward to the stage. We want to put our mark there." So again, unity, resilience, speed, and just the pride of the nation. That is our strength. I'm not going to lie that after the game, obviously, the guys were defeated. They were disappointed in themselves because they know they can do better. That penalty killed us. Uh, but we also traveled, we changed pace. It's a new scene, it's another climate. Yesterday we analyzed the game, it's behind us, we're not even thinking about it. And then the other results came in, and obviously we draw inspiration. And just the fact that it's in our own hands, that makes it so beautiful, and we're looking forward to that. I think the boys, they psych themselves among themselves. They they see the opportunity, they see the chance, and the determination is just like the first day, and that's why we're going to see an energetic team of Namibia tomorrow on that field. Remember, these boys have an aspiration for themselves, and they have the hopes of an entire nation. So nothing changed. We're still hungry. We still want to go out there. We want to represent our country, and we're going to do our best tomorrow. We're looking forward to that. With all those results, it's emotions. Like we know, football is emotions. It's a roller coaster. One time you are up, and then one time you're really down, and you can go up again. So that's why they say football is the most important thing or activity from the least important things in life. Everybody, whether you're a lawyer, accountant, architect, you can say anything about football. But you as a footballer, you can't say anything about law and architecture. So that makes this game so beautiful because emotions and everybody's in there. And I think that's why we love it. And on that stage, I honestly want to applaud the government of the Republic of Ivory Coast under the leadership of His Excellency Alassane Ouattara for this lovely tournament. The infrastructure, the resources they put in here, oh, it's crazy, and it's really something we have to applaud, and obviously CAF for organizing this world-class event that we as Africans honestly can be proud of. Whatever happens, I think this is the best, and it's a good base that they have that they have put for everybody else that's gonna come to follow. So our continent, guys, is growing, and it's beautiful, beautiful time to be alive. That's it. For us, we're really just looking up to us and say, we have it in our hand. We don't need to pray. Of course, we're Christians. We believe in a higher power. We're gonna pray, but we're gonna do the work. We're gonna do the work. It's in our own hands. So that's called, in a nutshell, it's behind us. We're saying rather 1 time 4-0 than 4 times 1-0. And we have this game against these huge Malians. Namibia underdog, Namibia energy, Namibia always have a scoring opportunity. We're looking forward to the game. It's a good platform for our boys. If you look at Malian football, Red Bull academies and all these academies, they are in Mali. They're getting these young players. So now imagine if a young Namibian player runs his heart out, plays his mind out, have a good game against a top Malian team, then maybe even Tottenham Hotspur will come for you.
Technically, it's not my part to give it out there. You will see it on the day when we play, because it's up to the coach. Don't trust or don't put your trust in someone else. That's what the coach is saying, because you you wanna let other people do favors for you when you can do your own favors. So as for us, Namibia, we pitch up, do our best, and leave the rest to God and wait for the outcome. But definitely, it's going to be an exciting match, and it's one that everyone want to come witness. And as for us, we just want to pitch up and do our best on Wednesday. Well, anything can happen to anyone. All the big teams, get such scores. But as for us, Namibia, not really, pressure, but we take one game at a time, and we just want to pitch up on that particular day and giving our best, like always, and making sure that we do or get the result out of that game against Mali, and then proceed to the next round. It all depends on the other teams also, because they're also playing, and in our group it's very tight, and hoping for the best.
That's wonderful! And that is what champions do!
It feels good to football with GoTV.
Works the space well and scores!
Nobody but GoTV gives you all the games of La Liga and the DStv Premiership.
This is extraordinary!
The Premier League and UEFA games that matter, and the world's favorite cup competitions. Get your Go Coder with 1 month of Super for only $799 to enjoy the football Vuma. GoTV. Love it.
Well, the Namibian Kickboxing Federation intends to develop the sport and athletes for 2028 Olympics. Therefore, the NKF is kicking off the year with a training seminar for officials on 24 February 2024 in Swakopmund. The seminar will be a focus on improving the quality of judging, and referee skills is a vital component of propelling the sport forward to greater heights, and can be live streamed to other regions. It is the first of its kind presented by NKF. The federation currently has 17 registered officials, and according to its Secretary General Jacqueline Sass, educational sessions like this help to keep them updated on rule amendments and offer the opportunity for any questions or concerns to be aired outside the tournament setting. Well, that's all that we do have for you on the hit list. Spotlight is up next, right after this.
From the day you were born and welcomed until your pensioner years on this earth, your life is filled with changes and phases. What mattered the most at age 10 may be an unknown memory at 25. The heartbreak at 16 may be replaced with wedding bells at 27. The degree you've always wanted or starting your career business may come true at age 30. And the dream to own your own home may come to realization at age 50. Whatever stage you find yourself in, whatever matters right now, Standard Bank has what you need to bank like you. Choose your own path. Choose endless possibilities. Standard Bank, it can be.
Well, despite losing the opening match at the ICC Under-19 Cricket World Cup against Australia yesterday, Namibia once again impressed with the way they remained in the fight until right to the end. Australia won a tense and entertaining match in Kimberley by 4 wickets. According to the team manager, Polly Ngongo, the Namibians will once again give everything they have when they meet Sri Lanka in their next pool match, which takes place on a Wednesday morning. Let's have a look at the interview.
Yeah, obviously we're a bit disappointed that we couldn't get over the line yesterday. A bit of a disappointing showing with the bat. when we started off, but we made amends with a ball and in the field. The boys showed some grit. They showed some serious fight yesterday. And had we put another 30 or 40 runs more on the board, we're almost certain that game could have been ours. Having Australia 6 wickets down, or 4 wickets down quite early, and in the end having them 6 wickets down. The boys are really benefiting from the work that they've put in the past few months. Since the qualifier, before the qualifier, you can see they've grown in the way that they do things, in the way that they play their game. And like I said earlier, it's disappointing for us that we couldn't get more runs on the board and win that game. That would have been a massive win for us and a massive boost going forward in the tournament. So back to the drawing board for us. Sri Lanka tomorrow. We're quite positive about this one as well. I mean, not that we're not positive about other games that we play. We're positive about everything that we do. So once again, we're just going to go out and play the brand of cricket we know, play hard cricket, and see if we can get across the line there. But the feeling in the camp, very positive. Boys are looking good. Everybody's healthy. Everybody's injury-free, ready to go. Another training session today, a light one just to top up, get a few things, get recovery session in, and then we go again tomorrow. Cheers.
Good day everyone, time for international sports news, starting off with Australian Open. It is week 2, very exciting tennis in Melbourne in Australia. In the men's side of the draw, it is a number 1 seed Novak Djokovic.
I'm super excited to be back. Like you said, it's been 6 years since I've actually played in South Africa. Having signed a Cote deal, going to England, and then carrying on with my career in all the franchise tournaments. I just can't wait to get back and playing in front of the South African fans again. I've been itching for the past week already. It's been a nice festive season, but just the thought of getting back playing in South Africa, playing in Joburg again. I've played so many games in my career at Wanderers, and it's always a happy place for me. And I was just so excited, like a kid on Christmas. Literally just to get back here and just to get the season going. I was actually in Namibia when they started talking about these games, and everybody was so excited. And then the first question was, who am I going to play for? And then they started asking me about what's the team going to look like and who they're going to be playing against. But they're so excited, and it's a great opportunity for Namibia. There's so much talent in associate cricket, and Namibia has shown over the last couple of years in the World Cups that there's some talented players there, and hopefully they can come here and grab the opportunity and showcase their skills. I know they're going to be up for it, and it's going to be some high intensity games. They know exactly where I'm standing. I'm going to be in the opposition playing against my team, and I'm going to be exploiting them as much as I can. They're not going to have any place to hide. I know them inside out, and we're going to go and we're going to have a good spectacle against them. Sledging doesn't really happen nowadays, does it? We all gentlemen. It's a gentleman's sport. As long as nothing gets picked up by the stump mics or anything, then nothing has happened. So no, all the Namibian guys are such good guys. I don't think there'll be too much sledging going on in that game. It's an interesting time because when I went to go play in England, I kind of retired from international cricket, not thinking that I'll ever get the opportunity again. And then, when Namibia qualified for the World Cups, it was actually Albie Morkel who approached me to play for Namibia. And it was, as soon as they came to me, I grabbed at the opportunity. It was something that was really exciting for me to play in the World Cups again, to play in the international stage and to test myself against the best in the world. And that's why we play this game, is to test yourself against the best in the world. And it's just been an unbelievable journey for me so far. You know, like you said, 3 successive World Cups for an associate team. You know, from Namibia, country that's only got 2.5 million people, you know, limited resources, but the guys are so passionate about the game, and you know, they're really good people over there, you know, people who love the game and want to see us succeed, and it's just, like I said, it's just been a fantastic journey for me so far.